Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 on our Imperial playthrough. This is with the Star Wars Interworlds mod 0.73. We're currently in setter mode, and we're picking up pretty close to where we left off, trying to get our stations built in the Unknown Regions 2. Now, I have left it a little while running. We've got a little scout vessel, kind of like scouting out, seeing if there's any other big bads. I've not come across anything as of yet, apart from one singular small fighter. That doesn't mean there's nothing here. So tensions are pretty high amongst the Hammer fleet, which is stationed in between these two stations, just overlooking, just in case anything does decide to kind of jump in. So yeah, this is kind of like where we are at the moment, trying to get these stations built. Now, I have been thinking about this series quite a lot, and a lot of it is going to be dependent on what happens in this area once we're kind of fully explored and it's claimed as ours. Because this one, it's full of some big bads, but not the biggest of bads of the Xenon fleet. That's in Unknown Regions 3. Unknown Regions 3 is the system that we need, or ideally need, because this is a Goldilocks system. It's not shown it here because we've not explored it, but this is basically the system with everything in it resource-wise that we're going to possibly need. This has got some much-needed ore and silicon. So this episode is going to kind of be claiming this, and also looking at just getting some other little bits and bats sorted. We need some more mining ships, I think, and we need some large mining ships. As it stands at the minute, we have no money in the bank, which is not good. And our stations aren't making a massive amount. We've kind of hit a bit of a roadblock as regards to funding for a larger sort of ship. Let's just have a look at the little New Dawn here. For the larger ships, the larger mining ships, which would be kind of what we need, I think, we are looking about 8-9 million a pop. I could probably spam out quite a few little Berea miners, but I don't know. I'd rather have larger ones if they're going to be mining in these areas, because I think is it the, not the beluga, that's what I call them. Let's have a look. It is the let's just turn setter off for a minute. Buy ships. It's the what's it called? It's the Heraclon. That's the one. These ones. So for a decent spec one, and it is going to be need to be decent. We do need kind of like it outfitted with good guns and that, because this is most likely going to be hit by Xenon fighters. These do really well against the Vong fighters. It just auto save, and we can equip it with missile launchers as well. Which does it have? Has this particular one? Yeah, we didn't put it, so we would need the missile launchers as well. We will just save this loadout as the danger miner. So yeah, we do really need it with the missile launchers, and obviously full complement of missiles as well, so we save that again. So yeah, we're looking at 6 million a ship. Can we actually afford one of those? Because the grand goal is, I really want that even if we drain everything, we're not going to get the money. And the kind of little foxhole that I've dug myself into is if I leave this system and anything big and Zenoni do pop up, we might be a bit stuck, but we'll see. We shall see. So with that little introduction, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of see how things play out for the minute. So I'll basically just sit in this system and kind of like do my thing. Oh, we've got some big cargo acclimators coming in, which is nice. So yeah, and then if anything pops up, then we can cut to that. But other than that, this is just basically going to be me having a little bit of a kind of like stabilization setting. Sorry, not setting. Stabilization session, and then we'll see what gets done and when. Okay, we're very quickly back because I've been looking around what we can actually build, and we can actually build the barrier. So I am going to order up a couple of these because they're not going to kind of like cost us anything other than resources, which means it's going to put the Inquisitor back a little bit. I am tempted to order some of the smaller ships instead. We might see about building some smaller warships just to flesh it out, rather than going for the big bad straight away. And once we're stabilized, maybe go for that, because I forgot I'd given us all these things. So we did give ourselves a couple of let me just come out and set it. Oh, I don't like these guys. These are going to be trying to do some raiding. We did give ourselves like some other ships. So as well as the Sith stuff, we gave ourselves like the Precursator. I always want to call these prosecutors, but yeah, the Precursator. We gave ourselves this, and we have also got things such as the Terminus and the Contos, which are Imperial Ascendancy ships, these ones, because the Imperial Ascendancy, in most of the playthroughs I've done on this particular update, have a habit of getting wiped out pretty early on, as you can see. So like Charadon is usually a system that is fought over early on. They've still got hold of Pax, which is good. I think they might have pushed down this way. The old New Republic, and then they'll wipe out these. So you often don't get a chance, and I don't like starting play as the Imperial Ascendancy, because you start off in quite a, to me, it's a fairly handicapped position. The New Republic, on most of the other seeds I've played of this, have been really aggressive. So yeah, we've got these two now, so we'll assign you to that. That'll give that 6 mining ships, because we are very low on things like ore. If you look at the logical overview, ore is pretty much non-existent, and silicon as well. These are things that we really, really need. Just out of interest, can we actually build? Because these cost, the Inquisitor, obviously rightly so, costs a hell of a lot. So I'm actually going to cancel this, and let us see if we can actually build something a bit more manageable. So, what about a terminus? We've never made one of these, so obviously we're going to go pretty much high spec on everything other than the thrusters, because the thrusters don't need to be super high. Seems like a tough little destroyer, a little heavy cruiser. Let's have a look. So we can do Mark II thrusters. You always go with Mark IIs? Because like it's 3.5, 3.9, 2.9, 3.1. This it's minimal to me. It doesn't make much of a difference. Like these seem the best on risk. Mind you saying that, might not be as bad. We can already see that. I mean, that's not terrible. We can work with that. Got the Corellians. Turret wise, what we rocking? So XX18s. So it is pretty much a standard loadout. Can't really diversify on that. We will give it a Mark II docking computer. We'll give it all the trimmings because these won't cost us any extra because it's us that's building it. I want 50 Marines and I want the rest in service crew. We will give you a couple of cargo drones and we will give you a full complement of repair drones. I mean, that's actually quite doable, I reckon. So we'll add one of those to the shopping list. And we'll also, because we've not, I personally haven't looked at the contests on this. We'll give you a couple of cargo drones as well. Rest on that. Crew, again, we'll go for 10 on that. Rest in service crew. What sort of weapons? Oh, we don't have the option for the medium turret on top. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, but that's fine. Rather than ion, I am going to go with damage. We got some quad turbo lasers, and then we got the anti-pirate guns. Pretty standard stuff. You've got your own specific shields, Mark II on that. And then I suppose, just in case, Mark II docking computers, police scanners. I don't think these actually have any weighted components, which is pretty good. So we'll add that to the shopping list as well. Is there anything else that we might want? I mean, we could start spamming out victories and make a little patrol fleet, but we'll stick with these for the minute, see if those actually get built any quicker. How long is it saying? 25 minutes off of the kind of bat. Hey, we've got control of the system, and we haven't actually come across any other big bads in the area. One thing I was interested in, whether I can actually buy as well. Did we buy the blueprints for the Pro? We did. That minimum preset. We'll add you to the shopping list as well. Because then we can send some. We can send a probe droid into Unknown Regions 3. See what we are kind of like looking at. Do you know what? We'll send our little chaser to get some advanced satellite, and we'll start making a. You don't need a mine. It's all the gubbins that was left over from when we got it. So we'll get that to get some satellites on there, and then we can start marking out this area. So we got 5 satellites. We'll have 1 down there, and then we'll try and pick out some of these areas as well. So with that, for now, we'll come back when something more interesting is going, and hopefully we might be able to do a bit of a ship review sort of anything on this. So we'll get you to explore that. See what sort of resistance we're picking up on. I mean, there is this big space station on here. I want you to have the big radius. So when you tell it to explore through a gate, it'll only do a smaller radius, but you can manually change that, which is what I like to do. And if nobody's ever seen a probe droid, you do often see them flying around. Should we do the full cinematic experience? There we go. That's probe droid. It's very reminiscent of the probe droids you see in the films, especially Empire Strikes Back. As far as I know, it doesn't really do much in the way of kind of like moving around and stuff like that. Like any moving parts on it. This is not a very good view. We'll wait till it gets through the gate and we can have a closer look. So yeah, it's just a dinky little probe droid. You can have blasters on them. You can't pilot a probe droid, obviously, because it's a droid. I believe because they're so small. Obviously, they're really fragile. The only way you could use this as any form of fighting ship would probably be if you had like 1,000 probe droids fighting, basically picking on things. But yes, that's your probe droids. And here we are. So yeah, we will be back in a relatively short minute. We are having some problems with
awaiting orders.
Pirates at the minute. Where was that? Was it a Gazanti? You've got Gazantis, I think. This one. Where are you? Oh, we're not having that. We're not having that. Luckily, we have got some supremacy fighters in this area that we can sort of say attack. In fact, what we're going to do is just pause it a second. Oh, have they all shot through this gate? Where did they go? I guess with the probe droid no longer in system. You're going to finish your exploring of this system. Right, I want you to drop a satellite back there. Let's just pause it. Has our probe droid actually managed to... No, not yet. We are going to just watch for this probe droid because they do have a habit of just getting vaporized if there's any bad guys on the other side of things. Right there. Ah, you were there. Okay. Oh, we've got too much going on. Obviously, Unknown Regions 1 is a nightmare for navigation because of the soup. We should be able to get a better look at the probe droid, though. There you go. Little probe droid doing his little... You don't often get it anymore, but
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Sometimes in ooh, hello. Right, you need to beeline that out there. Mine up there, and we need to sort that out. Yeah, you used to get like on mobile phones if there was any interference. We're getting those mercenaries. Very good. Have you found them? You're attacking my cargo drones, are you? Right, I need to pause it again. Right, you two are going to go and attack this guy. If we have basically 2 on each of these, 3 on the first one, that should put us in good stead. Right, now, those are going to be problematic for us, for sure. Is it just a roamer?
Unknown ship.
Oh, we can take a roamer fairly easy. So and we're going to set you as our guidance option, and let us move in. Just get ourselves into position, and then we can take this out. I was wanting to play X4 with my old controller, but unfortunately my old controller, which is very old, not controller, joystick, but unfortunately it wasn't having none of it. I think it's because it's that old, and obviously it's just been kind of like knocked around through at least half a dozen house moves and stuff like that. It's pretty dead. If anyone else ever played this game with a controller, do let me know if it's worthwhile doing, because I'll buy a new one. There we go. Now, how are you attacking? Oh, you've jumped. You've already jumped the gun. Excellent. Let's also jump him. And how did our probe drone? Okay, so
we found something out here.
Pause. Oh, you found a lockbox. I'm not interested in a lockbox. But we might have found a ship. I don't know if it is possible to have a Xenon ship. It would have been a cool little Easter egg if they did include one.
We found something out here.
Well done. It would have been cool if they kind of like had a derelict, because I know in the standard X4 game, from like the videos and stuff like that I've watched, you do get some derelicts in certain places. We don't have to worry about asteroids, we'll just fly through them. Alright, here we are with the fleet. We just sort out the Supremacy Squadron. Oh, you're still attacking things, that's fine. You deal with those. We'll get those pirates out of our system.
Imperial Star Destroyer 2.
And we got the rest of the fleet in formation. This is not going to stand a chance against the might of the new Empire, the new Order. We will be supreme. And there we are in the little background. It's such a pretty game. It's such a pretty little mod. It's so nice to see like this style of game with this nicer graphics as well. Because it's probably just me as regards to kind of like what games I see on the old YouTube and on Steam and stuff like that. But a lot of games nowadays have gone for that. I think they call it retro. I'm assuming it's like a retro styling of graphics. You know, that kind of old-fashioned side-scrolling.
Awaiting orders.
Pixel-esque kind of like gameplay, which is good. It's cutesy. It has its place, but you know, I do like the kind of like realistic graphics and stuff like that. Oh, you're trying to fly away. Are we faster? You do 153.
Imperial Star Destroyer 2.
We do. Okay, so. Oh, it's gone. We've lost contact. Bagger. Oh, lovely. Right, so as it stands, so usually there is a ship around here. You know what? This is actually not too bad. We would need something like a Star Destroyer kicking about, for sure. But how's our supremacy fighters doing? Attack. Good. We'll get them on a kind of like a pirate hunt, and we'll tell them to protect one of the stations. And when the terminus finally gets built, we'll kind of like move in with that. Right. So far. So I think what we'll do, because the Star Destroyers are slow, we'll kind of like move. We'll try and jump ahead and get them to engage, which could be risky. But it does mean our Star Destroyers should be able to
Awaiting orders.
catch up. There we go. So that's that little thing sorted out.
Unknown ship.
Awaiting orders.
Unknown ship.
Right.
Unknown ship.
Don't really want the smaller ones. Want the capital. Pause it a minute. There is it page up? To be able to target other ships directly. Oh yeah, we can't move at the minute because we're disembarking fighters, and that kind of like breaks everything. You can see some pretty little lights though. It's nice, isn't it?
Incoming missile.
Oh no. We are in a quite a nice position actually, as it stands at the minute, because we're underneath. We do need to be careful though. How are our shield? Whoa, they're kind of breaking our shields a little bit.
Engage.
It's a little tip. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you are in a Venator and it's deploying fighters and it gets a little bit stuck on itself, you can press the autopilot thing, which set a destination, press autopilot, it will basically sort itself out.
Disengage. Engage.
We are taking some lump, which is kind of like to be expected, but we did need to slow these down because although they don't pose much threat to our big boys, any mining ships we've got in this area, they can be a pain in the neck. How are you doing, matey? We're kind of level pegging as it stands at the minute. We could definitely do more damage if we got our front-facing weapons, our missile launchers and stuff like that. But like I said, we're just here to slow down, and we have managed to take out one of their engines, which will mean our little our large fleet of Star Destroyers can basically deal the death blow, the coup de grace, so to speak. There we go, look at that. How are we doing? We're still taking some lumps. We're kind of giving as good as we're getting. Where's the Star Destroyers gone? Yeah, we are going to start flying out of system, I think. See if we can't bait it back towards us. See if there's any good components kicking around as well, because we need to go to Bastion at some point and get the mission, because like some of these not interface units come up the X escape, we might as well get out of there. Yeah, they have some like XV8 apologies for my phone just going slightly crazy there. Yeah, a bunch of crap basically, which we have to hand in to someone. Was that one? Well, we are winning this fight. We are taking a little bit of hammering as well. Ah, but here comes the cavalry.
Imperial Star Destroyer 2.
Look at that. Pew pew. And she's opened up. And you are now dog meat. You are gone. You are out of this fight. Whoa! What are you doing? Why? Why do that? Oh, X4, don't change. Don't change X4.
Awaiting orders.
Never change. So we should have some decent loot from that. There we go. Lovely. And are you gonna return? Oh, we are starting mining here. Interestingly, we've not been attacked by anything. That is pretty good. So we are going to tell you to fly and wait there. And have we got anything else? Nope. And I'm going to do a little bit of risky business here, and we're going to go to one of our stations. And what we're going to do, because we've got a bunch of alien eggs and stuff like that, we're going to see about talking to our traders, basically, and see if we can't get a little bit of cash money. You're going to deploy a satellite there for us. I would like a satellite pretty much system central. And then we'll see from there. Ah, there we go. So you guys... Ugh. Are they going to get attacked? Because you're going to get mincemeat, mate. I know, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. If we start losing ships, we'll do something about that. But hopefully we can start jump-starting our economy, which will be nice. Right, a couple of things I said I wanted to do, and just before we while we're flying back, I wanted you to go on protection duty, just until we get you a suitable ship. How is this going? This is slowly but surely getting built up. How's our money looking? Terrible as normal, but that's fine. Because hopefully hopefully we're about to get some cash money in the old bank. This is good. The Xenons seem to be leaving our civilian ships alone for some reason. But that's fine. Cool. Right. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, quick little update. The little Xenons are attacking our civilian fighters. I thought they would eventually. I didn't know if there was a thing in there that basically said not ignore, flee, escape. Yeah, I didn't know if there'd be some sort of like AI thing. Basically said that ignore civilian ships and only attack threats. So we've got them to auto flee. What we'll probably do, so we could do with the
Out of docking range.
fleet.
Factory. Out of docking range.
A fleet moving forward, but at the minute a lot of our fleets are kind of on pirate duty, and when I didn't have them patrolling for pirates and stuff like that, it did get a bit hairy as regards to kind of like pirate raids and stuff like that. It was a bit annoying. Barriers, we don't have to worry too much about them. We can make them fairly easy. So yeah. But yeah, we're just looking at getting docked up now, and then we will take it from there. Right, so we're back on the station. I just need to remember how these bloody places work. Got a very large station. It's a very cool station. It does make me very happy. I teleported here basically because I got I didn't want to mess around with the thing. So one thing we could, so there's a couple of things we can actually do. New Dawn, I would like you to dock and wait. We need to use the crafting bench and see about making some alien eggs. We can only make one alien omelette, which is a bit of a pity. There we go. We can make some security stuff. We're not going to bother with that. EMP bombs and stuff like that. Not bother on this playthrough. Do need to find a trader though. Hoping my station's got at least one trader. One of the problems you sometimes find when you have multiple docks, you find it on the AI ones as well. They don't always have a trader available. Hello.
Can I
Right, show me wares.
Here you go.
Where alien omelette. There we go. Million. Lovely. Got some seminars. They could actually be useful for some of our ships. And then we've got a bunch of junk that we can also sell. Micro gimbals. You can go. You can go. And you can go. Confirm. There we go. Goodbye. So that gives us 1 million. We're going to need 50,000 credits, I think, to be able to upgrade our ship. Does it still cost us money to upgrade our ships when it's our station? We've got to wait for it to dock first. She's moving in slowly but surely. We're running on an interceptor source. Did I say I've changed the global orders for us to basically, if they get intercepted, they just leg it.
Awaiting orders.
I would prefer you facing that way, if that is at all possible. Still building those stations. We have got this sector now under our control. We are managing to get things mined, which is good. That will hopefully boost our economy. And that. So we'll just give it a little minute, get this docked. Ooh, victory 2. Are you docking for repairs? Who knows? Yeah, we'll get that docked and we'll see what upgrade options we've got available. But yeah, it's potentially looking all right now. We've managed to push through. One of the reasons I'm not sending military ships in there because it might trigger the unknown station event. So apologies for the background noises. The unknown. In fact, we'll hang fire a minute. All right, so we're back. As I was saying, the reason I don't want to trigger this event just yet is because when you destroy the big fighter that's there, and it's a big Xenon cruiser, I've noticed it respawns in unknown regions too. So I want to get this locked down, get us a fleet basically, so we can kind of deal with it. There's a couple of little Xenon fighters kicking about in here, which we might deal with in a minute. This is just dropping as the rest of the satellites off, so that's good. And the New Dawn has docked, so hopefully we can look at getting some modifications. Or is it worth waiting? Because once we get the research station, we can get... Actually, no. We'll just get some more... we can just upgrade them after. So you get your chassis upgrades, you get your turret upgrades, you get your shield upgrades, engine mods, and senator skins. I don't know if you have to have a better reputation with some of the factions, or if it's like the Hut one. I have seen them with kind of like, you know, people have changed it to red and stuff like that. It's something I need to check out at some point. But yeah, so... I mean, we've got good hull and we've got good shields. I mean, I do quite like the idea of this being a bit more of a stealth ship. I mentioned it in the past on previous episodes. So, obviously, as well as Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica is one of my favourite sci-fi series, especially the remake, the reimagining of Battlestar Galactica, and one of Adama's first commands was the Valkyrie, I think, and the Valkyrie was kind of like a cutting-edge stealth battle star, so we might go with something like that. We can also lower its mass, which will, I think, makes it smaller. So with each one of these, you get a bonus, which is in this case 35% to radar visibility, and up to one more property. Now that up to one more property usually means it's a negative. So like if you go additional armor plating, 20% more armor plating, but it's slower. So you've got to kind of like weigh it up. I do think we are going to do this because I like the idea of it being a little bit more of a stealth ship. So we'll go with that, and it goes 10% radar. So we are more visible, but our radar range has gone down by 10%, which is pretty rubbish. You can only have one of these. You can reassemble them sometimes, which will give you different stats, which will jiggle it a little bit. And then we've got turret mods and stuff like that. So your turret mods are usually range, cooling, that kind of thing. Rate of fire. Bear with me one moment. And we're back. All right, sorry about that. So here we are. We're looking at the modifications So weapon mods. Again, they do different things. You have your cooling, so cooling basically stops them from overheating. Not really an issue on something like this because we use turrets. Reload speed, so that's quite good in regards to, quicker rate of fire. Projectile speed, so there's always a distance between when that laser bolt leaves your barrel to when it hits the target. As far as I'm aware, the faster the weapon speed, the easier it is to kind of like track your enemies, essentially. So you're more accurate. Rotation speed, so how quick your turrets rotate, that's pretty good on turret-based larger ships. Damage, obviously self-explanatory. Weapon damage is another one. I would imagine because this gives up to 3 more properties, there might be some positives and negatives. Projectile lifetime, I believe that's range on that one. So the time it takes for the laser bolt to fizzle out, basically. If you target in different parts of the enemy ship, like engines, shields, turrets, that kind of thing, and then again another one to weapon cooling. Now each one of these costs a modification. You need like a basic weapons chamber and a bunch of other things. Because we've only got one weapon chamber as it stands at the moment, I'm not going to touch the mods, even though I would like to. Because we've got all these ones as well. For all your different weapon groups. Excuse me. Because this only changes one group of weapons. And I like my weapons to be in symmetry. So rather than have one side firing 17 kilometers and the other side firing 13, I would much rather have them doing it the same. So we need more weapon chambers. And then you've got all your shield mods and stuff like that. So you can increase your shield recharge rate, additional shield banks, which will give you more shield capacity. So I would imagine recharge rate will lower the amount of shield cap you've got. That will increase your shield cap but lower its recharge rate. And then you've got your in your individual shields and stuff like that for engines and mods and that. And then you've got your engine mods, so you can make it quicker. You can make it have a better boost duration, travel thrust, travel mode thrust. So when you hit your when you go into your travel mode, does it lower the time, or does it make you quicker? I would imagine it might make you quicker, which could be quite cool. Engine forward thrust for system travel, so I would imagine that'll be your speed. Make you turn quicker, and engine boost thrust. So when you hit your boost speeds, it makes you a faster boost speed. I think for this one, 7,000, so I would imagine these are going to hit damage our overall thing. So I would like it quicker in system, if I'm honest, instead of hyperspeeds. So we'll install that one as well. That gives us more speed, more acceleration. It also increases our travel speed. That's pretty damn good. So that's good. And then there's paint mods, as we said. So that's some little upgrades. We need some more parts, though. And the other ships in the fleet will get upgraded as we go along. Right, so we've got a million credits left. Because that didn't cost us anything upgrading it as our own station. That's good to know. We've got you guys there. They are dumping satellites. Alright, so is there anything else realistically we can achieve in this episode? Not massively. I don't think. I think we've covered a lot in this episode. We've got our first ship upgrades. We've got our first kind of like claiming of the second unknown regions. As I said, don't want to go into here just yet because I don't want to trigger that event and then have to kill the big ship and then have to kill another big ship there. We're going to keep an eye on this sector. What I'll probably do is get more satellites put down so we get a bit of a better visual. Whee, I didn't want to do that. I wanted that there. That one should be alright. We'll just tweak it a little bit. Yeah, we'll probably get some more satellites down so we can just basically see. We've got the main corridor mapped out, which is good. We can watch if anything big pops up in here, hopefully. That's the dream. So yeah, I am going to call it an episode there. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's our little ATST and our weapons dealership there. And yeah, and next time we'll see about pushing forward. Hopefully we'll have got everything a bit more stable. Get some more oring, get some more parts made. We're actually doing pretty well on parts as it stands at the moment. What was it that we were actually missing out on? What is it we need to get our ships done? Oh, we got a message. Let's look at that message. We'll look at that message. We'll call it an episode, and I can do all that stuff later on. So we've had our licenses revoked by the Imperium. That was always going to happen because we don't actually have any stations in their systems. We're not hitting their criterias. But that's fine. Nuts to them. We can sort that out later. We don't really need the Imperials on this playthrough anyway. So yeah, I've been Captain Jack Gumption. This has been Star Wars X4 on the Imperial playthrough, and until next time.